Hello everybody, my name is Nicole Stewart and my business is The Deeply Satisfied Woman. If we haven't met before, over the last 12 years I have worked with ambitious women all over the world to help them create what I describe as a deeply satisfying life. Now, I have a pretty magnificent cat called Quince. He has a terrible case of resting bitch face. I'm a little bit obsessed with him, but he is actually very cute. And I have a beautiful fiance. His name is Philip. This is us at Burning Man. Last year, 2022, we had an amazing American adventure together and both of us love to travel, so looking forward to more of those sorts of adventures. And if you've been hanging out with me for a little while online, you definitely heard of me talk about horses. It's one of my beloved passions, and this is my horse Zephyr and I. Now, this is a somewhat provocative statement, and I've chosen it as a bit of a theme for this video for a reason, because that feels fun. And when I share this statement with men, they really get it. And they get it not because they're shitting on their wives or because they're criticizing women in general, but because they really understand just how powerful a woman is to influence and impact her environment through her emotional state and her emotional well-being. Women, in contrast, will often hear these words and feel a little bit bristly in response. Many women don't fully understand or want to take responsibility for their power. And that's something that I'm passionate about supporting women with through my work. See, there are many ways a woman can create influence and impact in her environment. She can take actions, she can have direct conversations, she can ask for the things that she wants and needs. But I would argue that the way she goes about doing those things, the way she moves through the world, the way she has those conversations is actually just as impactful, if not more, in creating influence and impact in her environment. What I'm talking about here is the emotional tone, the way a woman feels, emanates into her environment and has such a tremendous impact on the space and the temperature, the emotional flavor of the world around her. I'm talking about her beingness as opposed to her doingness. Now, all of this pours forth from how a woman feels. How she feels about herself, how she feels about her life, her relationships, her money, her work. And when a woman is full and nourished and alive and satisfied, that pours forth into everything else in her life. She becomes a more effective leader in her business or workplace. She's a more available, soft, receptive, intimate partner. She enjoys better sex and greater pleasure and intimacy. Her mothering becomes genuinely generous and present instead of distracted. She makes healthier financial decisions. She's a better sister and daughter and friend, and she ends up living in a body that feels vibrant and alive and vital. But most importantly, her experience of herself becomes one where she's moving through the world at ease in her own skin, feeling deeply satisfied, feeling genuine love for herself, knowing that she is enough just as she is. In contrast, an ambitious woman who has a sense that there is something missing in her life will look outside of her to all of those areas and see problems, see things to solve. She will complain or criticize in her relationship. She'll see her work as like a burdensome, overwhelming source of stress in her life. Her children is a bit of a nuisance. She'll snap at them and feel guilty. She'll reach for more professional success to try and fill that sense of something being missing. that she can't even quite explain herself. But see, satisfaction doesn't exist outside of her in all of those areas. Satisfaction doesn't happen magically when her husband shows up differently or when her children behave themselves differently. Sure, those things are great and they might create a momentary sense of improvement, but deep satisfaction comes from within. And that is where I love to work with women. And that's where I can support you and the women in your world to grow as women and to create a sense of deep satisfaction in their lives. So if you know a woman who is in her 30s and 40s who is balancing being a career woman or having a business with having a family, and she's stressed and overwhelmed, she's overworked or anxious and talking about how busy she is, you know she's aspirational, she's ambitious, she wants to create great things in her life, and she's also giving some hints that she's dissatisfied. I'd really love to be connected with her. And I'd love the opportunity to support her to truly claim and take responsibility for her power so that she can live a deeply satisfying life. I look forward to connecting with you soon, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching.